We're just waiting a couple minutes, just getting ready to do Courageous Wednesday. Welcome, Diane. Excited to have you on. Pam, excited to have you. Thanks for attending. Barney, my brother. Love to see you, bud. Marisol, love ya. Dan, long time no see, bud. It's good to see ya. So we'll start in about 1 minute, get everything going, and be talking about a few things today. Hopefully it inspires people to do better and be happy and enjoy life and be courageous. All right, about 30 seconds we'll start. Get everything going. Kevin, how are you, bud? My cousin Benny, love you. Thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate it. I love being a part of this. All right. Hey, Tyson. All right, well, let's get started. Welcome to Courageous Wednesday. I'm so excited for it today. It's overcoming the negative. It's something that I love talking about, and the reason why I love talking about it is because there's so many things that go on when we focus on the negative. I was listening to a podcast earlier today in reference to negative thoughts and how it stops us from accomplishing the best of who we are. And one of the two things that stops us is fear and procrastination. When we're focused on negative things, we see that fear and procrastination create things. It basically the fear to move forward, and then it creates procrastination because we think, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'll finish that tomorrow. And so what I do for work is I actually fly out and work with people individually. And a couple of months ago, I was working with a student, and she had so many things going on in her life. And she had been abused by men. She lost her parents kind of neglected her, all these things. She was holding on to these things, and she was wanting to start a business. And as I sit down with these people for 2 days, and in those 2 days, I really focus on their business. I focus on, helping them build it out. But with this lady, as I was sitting there, I was inspired to do an exercise with her. And because I knew if we moved forward, she wouldn't have been able to be successful because she was still holding on to these negative things that had happened in her life. And so as we were sitting there, I said, you know what, and I won't say her name, but I just said, so-and-so, I want to do an exercise with you. And so I want you guys to do this exercise with me also. And the exercise is this. I want you to write down all the negative things that have happened in your life. Whether you've been abused, whether you've been part of, a violent family, whatever negative things have happened to you, and the negative that you see all day long. And most likely, while we were doing this exercise, she just listed them within, I would say, 3 or 4 minutes. She had a list of 10 negative things that had happened into her life. Then I did something to her that she wasn't expecting. I said, now I want you to take the same amount of negative things that you wrote down, and I want you to write that many positive things that have happened in your life. And so as she it took her 3 to 4 minutes to write all the negative things, but it took her literally 15 to 20 minutes to write all the positive things that have happened to her. And sometimes we're focused on the negative so much that we can just say it and spell it out and know exactly what the negative is, and we can tell everybody all the negative things that have happened in our life. But sometimes it's harder for us to focus on the positive and know what the positive is. So with that, and then once she wrote down all the positive things that have happened, I went back and I said, now I want you to look at these negative things and look at those positive things, and tell me how these negative things that have happened in your life, how they basically have helped you with your positive. And so she started writing down, because this happened to me, I've been able to accomplish this. Because this happened to me, I was able to accomplish this. So she took all those negative feelings and all those negative things that have happened to her, and she applied it to her positive, which now eliminated all her negative. And just the feeling and the different person that I was able to work with for those 2 days was so great, because now she was able to say, okay, because I've gone through this situation, I'm able to accomplish this. So when you get a chance, I want you guys to do that exercise. Write all the negative things, then write the same amount of positive, and take those negatives and apply them to your positive. Because without the negatives, we don't have the strength to accomplish our positives. Last year, I actually shared my story with the public on a podcast called Life in 22 Minutes. And I told stories and shared stories of my life that not even my family members knew about. They didn't even know that I had faced these things and that I had dealt with these situations. And a couple of weeks after that podcast, I attended a family event, and one of my dearest cousins, who I love very much, came up to me and said, I am so sorry that we weren't there for you as you were going through this, and to give you support and help you through it. And my response to her was this. It was, I am not sorry that I've gone through these things, because I had to go through this and overcome everything that I've faced so I could help others. So as you think about the negative thoughts that you're facing and applying them to the positive and creating a more positive environment, I want you to think about that. Everything that has happened in your life, how can you help somebody else? I feel like I've been built to overcome trials, but I also feel that I can help others, and what a wonderful blessing that is for me. I love the fact that I'm able to overcome, and it's not without help. I have a lot of people who cheer me on and help me and love me, and especially my wife and my children. I'm able to have them in my corner all the time. What a wonderful opportunity that is. So I want you to know what this has done for me. As I've done this exercise myself in my life, and as I've seen what my life could have been and see what my life is now, I've reversed the cycle in my life. So let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive. It takes a lot of courage to eliminate the negative out of our life and to focus on more positive things. I'm not saying that negativity isn't always going to be there, but it will be. It's just our power to overcome. And I want to share the quote that I had for this Courageous Wednesday. It says, now, every time I witness a strong person, I want to know, what darkness did you conquer in your story? Mountains do not rise without earthquakes. So how many earthquakes have you been through, and how many mountains are you going to build? Because mountains are beautiful, and what a great opportunity for us to be a part of that. Have a happy Courageous Wednesday.